Freax. Oh, why'd you go and say that?
Twitter Freax.
Website was a mistake, yeah. Twitter Freax.
Hey everybody, it's time for Twitter Freaks. I know you're all super excited to be doing Twitter Freaks. Now, I know that at present, doing Twitter Freaks, it's kind of hard. I don't want to jack myself off too much, but I do think that what I do here is more important than any scientist, historian, or surgeon. But every week it can be difficult to load into twitch.tv, much harder than your 9 to 5 for sure, and talk about tweets that I saw online that made me giggle or the opposite, especially during times of economic and political instability like the one we're currently living through. That's why today I'm happy I can begin with some great news, and that's this. A retardio whale just bought $4,000 of dog shit 2 at 3.83 MC. Oh, thank God. Finally. Oh, good. I gotta say, we haven't had a lot of good news lately, but now I know that dog shit 2 is gonna get pumped. I'm feeling good about it. What does that even mean? This motherfucker doesn't even know what it means that a whale just bought 4K of dog shit 2 at 3.83 MC. Are you kidding me? You don't even know that? Oh my God. No. What's more, they traced the wallet, and he's the president of Argentina. We're going to bookend with that. How's that, All right, next up. Okay, we got to get the woke pilots back. What the hell? This happened today at time of recording. It happened today. A Delta Airlines plane crash landed at a Toronto airport, flipping completely upside down. Now, all the passengers, all the crew made it out alive, to my understanding. 8 injuries, but no deaths. Great stuff. We got to get the DEI hires back. What is going on? You put the anti-woke pilots in charge. They're flipping these planes upside down. Holy moly. I got to say, I know that plane travel is largely safe. It is kind of freaking me out that we've gotten like one plane crash a day for the past 4 weeks. Like what's happening here? Were all these just hanging in the sky by a thread? Oh no. What are you talking about? This is Canada. Well, the airport is Canada, but Delta is an American company, right? Am I crazy? Plus, Toronto, is that really Canada? The problem is they replace the woke pilots with dark woke pilots. It is crazy that they're like, we will experience a tragedy akin to 9/11 every day until wokeness resumes. One of them no one died, one person airlifted. Oh, thank goodness. Ugh. I'm going on a plane soon. What, is there another one? You linking me another one? Tonight, dark woke crashed another plane. And everyday wokeness is not reinstated in this country. People will TEI. Starting tonight. I'm a they, them of my word. I like this one because it was posted on the 12th. And now it's the 17th. And, all right, next up. These people walk among us. What the actual fuck? First up, Among Us. Second, you guys really should have unionized a decade ago, here referring to coders. But the best moment is always now. IT employees will never unionize. Way too many libertarians and Elon fans. I worked IT for 15. These people are the worst to work with. You'd think they'd be smarter, but from what I've seen in multiple regions and industries, that's not the case. At the risk of getting downvoted on the sub, it's because too many people in IT and programming really don't get enough of a liberal arts education to understand the world. Colleges need to add more ethics and liberal arts classes for tech degrees. You could tell who was a tech degree student by their arrogance in those few classes. Folks, this is true. I'm sorry if you don't get it. If you don't get it, you're one of the people they're complaining about. Maybe I'm a little biased. I'm extremely biased. But unfortunately, there is a huge value in taking enough classes where you are forced to think. There is a huge value in learning to get along with people who are interested in and believe things that are different than you. And those skills do transfer even to something as, I guess, mundane as coding. whether you like it or not. But I love that the people in the comments are like, please say it's satire. And like you scroll all the way down past the blue checks and it's all people being like, hey, I've worked in this industry for 30 years and I got to say this is 100% correct. Oh, man. And I love that what they're excited about here is they're like, the context in which this is being said is you should consider unionizing. And they're like, absolutely not. I will not do it. Oh, God, I need to keep scrolling. There's so many blue checks. Holy shit. Oh, here we go. I think the people making AI doom machines would have benefited quite a bit from an ethics class. Wade, it's awesome how you guys are coping here. You know nothing outside of computers and algos, and you think that Nietzsche and Dostoevsky is going to make you well read. Half the times it's not even high caliber stuff. Folks, oh. No, you don't understand. I've read exactly 2 Rand books, and I can code, so I guess I'm like a little bit of a freaking genius. Read Joyce, don't read Joyce. The last thing we need is more Siberian rabbits. What if you, let's say there's a CS student that lives in a vat somewhere. They live like Bubble Boy. They wake up every day and they do 17 hours of coding and then they go to bed. What is the single book you are giving them in order to ruin their life? You can give them one book. Homestuck? Correct. Sun Tzu, The Art of War? That's probably correct. Warhound by Callie? Please stop posting about Warhound. I'm tired of seeing it all day on Blue Sky. Callie's retweeting people, replying to people, being like, I love your porn. And I'm like, we all like the porn, okay? Watership Down. That would do it. The 10K page fan fiction. What was the 10K page fan fiction? It's a Super Smash Bros. One, right? Road of the King. Road of the King is perfect. Road of the King is written by these people, right? Green Eggs and Ham, they'd go crazy. Any manga ever. Captain Underpants. Those motherfuckers. The flippo-ramas in Captain Underpants is more literature than a CS major will experience in their entire life. They wake up, code, eat, sleep, wake up, code, eat, sleep, wake up, code, eat, sleep. Someone gifts them the purple potty people and they go, no, I've wasted my life. All right, moving on. What do we got? Oh my God. This one I feel like an insane person. Activision, if they ported the Skylanders games to PC with a character select screen, I have to agree with White Race Savior. Skylanders is terrible. As a kid, I really liked Spyro. The Spyro games, Season of Ice, Season of Fire, you know how it is. Skylanders I saw as a huge detriment to the franchise because the games were bad and it was just an excuse to sell toys. Oh, no. What the fuck? Why does White Race Savior follow me? Okay, hold up. In my defense. They're completely correct here. They're 100% in the right. Skylanders, very, very mid. I see people have nostalgia for Skylanders. Let me show you, not to be all millennial about it, but this is some shit worth having nostalgia for. Oh yeah, look at that. It's so wonderful. It's so cozy. It's beautiful. Not even the PS1 games. Yeah, the PS1 games are better, but I had a Game Boy Advance. I hated this game as a kid. Fuck you. Was anyone who played this game ever sexually attracted to the kangaroo, by the way? No? Yeah, me neither. Moving on. All right, let's do some politics. All right. So We all know what's going on in the country. Donald Trump, his mind is just slowly deteriorating. It's like turning into a pool of mush within his skull. He and Biden were the national contenders for most senile man award. And unfortunately, it looks like Biden won out. But he's a close second, I'll tell you. He's just like rotting in the Oval Office, talking about how like, oh, I wish SNL was like more fancy than it used to be. Elon Musk is running the country. Elon Musk is just like running the country in his stead, which is strange because you would expect the vice president of the United States to be running the country. I mean, good that he's not, but what he's been doing instead is posting. JD Vance has been posting dozens of times a day, every day. He posts more than I do on Twitter. He's constantly on his phone arguing with like 1,000 follower Andys about the stupidest shit you've ever heard. So over the last couple of weeks, what he's been arguing about is Catholicism. For those of you that don't know, JD Vance is a Catholic convert. And for those of you that know Catholics, you know that there are two kinds of Catholics. There's Catholics and then there's Catholic converts. The converts like are mostly people that found like a home among like weirdos online, or were like, oh dude, I can use this to reinforce all of my existing beliefs and I have to sacrifice nothing. You're right. And he converted in 2019. So he's what, 6 years old on Catholicism. He's been spending hours a day arguing about one specific thing in Catholicism. All right. So the Pope, Pope Francis, the woke gay Pope, has been really beating the drum about immigration. He talks all the time about how there is an obligation for nations to welcome immigrants from other nations. He has been like advocating for straight up open borders shit pretty consistently throughout his entire tenure as Pope, right? And he'll cite to the Bible as to why you should do it. A couple of specific verses that he cites to, but most frequently cites to the story of the Good Samaritan, right? Just give you a quick recap for those of you at home. The Good Samaritan is a story in which a Samaritan, a group of individuals who's ideologically opposed to the people at issue, is good. That's the whole story. And it's like, even people who you consider your enemy should be treated with kindness, and you should give them kindness in turn, right? It's a very truncated version of this, right? So, Vance has been online all week being like, no, the Good Samaritan story is not about loving those that you are ideologically opposed to, or that you think hate you on a systemic level. It's actually about how there are some good ones, but largely you should be skeptical of the how many Samaritans were not good. You know, that's what they never tell you. There's a lot of people who've been saying shit like, actually, this only makes sense in the context of the Bible when there were like under 100,000 people on the planet. But now that there's billions, you know, you should be skeptical of entire people and races. And he has, I will admit, I'm out of my depth on his reasoning for it, because he has the thing that converts have, which is a whole litany, like a Wikipedia article of sources foisted upon him by someone else that are like, no, you can keep believing your terrible beliefs despite the fact that the Pope told you not to. Here's why. Source, right? And so this week, the Pope straight up released a statement that was like, this interpretation that I keep seeing on Twitter is wrong, which is awesome. It's like, what a wonderful world we live in. Now, of course, this means that all of the converts in JD backed down and recognized the infallibility of the Pope. And by that, I mean, they were like, actually, he's compromised. He's gay. He's a communist. He's heretical. I haven't believed in a papal infallibility since Vatican II. It's lovely. It's so good. Oh, man. It's so fucking funny that we have, like, the president is just hardly there. Elon's running the country, and the VP is, like, posting all day. Isn't he a millennial, JD Vance? It's not going well. The first millennial in office is like, can't stop posting. That's rough. 38. Oh no. Oh, don't worry. We'll get to this for sure. This is great. We will get to that. More Vance posting. Here he is saying, in response to Mehdi Hassan, he made this insane speech in some European nation about how you have to be like really careful letting all these bad people in. And he's like responding to him. He's like, yes, there's a difference between not giving a reporter a seat in a White House press briefing room and jailing people for dissenting views. The latter is a threat to free speech. The former is not. Hope that helps. Jesus Christ, man. We don't have to do what the scallop shit. Can you, if you're going to post like a millennial, can you at least not talk like one? It's soy occupied government. I'm telling you, it is a soy occupied government. Holy shit. What the scallop. John Scalzi becoming the next chief of staff. Next up, here he is. J.D. Vance's speech at the Munich Security Conference today was intended for an American audience. Note to Americans, things like putting you on notice and waking up the Eurocucks are not coherent things for speeches to achieve. This is saying things that make you feel good. If the U.S. wants to use NATO leverage or tariffs to... Ready? Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Ba-da-da-da. Oh my God. Doesn't he have a job? Hey, GG. Hope you had a good stream. Unfortunately, you have entered during Twitter Freaks. We are not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Sorry to the 59 of you that are going to have to put up with this for at least the next half hour. Oh, man. It's great. Apparently not. Next up. So obviously the VP is just posting all day. But what is Elon doing? Well, he is also posting. So earlier this week, he said, I'm going to be completely offline until the release of Grok 3 for like all hands reasons. And of course that was a lie. He's been posting regardless. But I love this tweet. I want this, like, this is my favorite one so far. I'm endlessly amused by the infinite indignities I suffer on the very platform that I own. It's just a drill tweet. It's so good. It's amazing. Oh, man. So happy that he said that. I've been trying to make it happen. I love infinite indignities. It's like a fucking Homestuck tag. It's a troll handle for sure. Oh, my God. Actually, I'm laughing. My wife first heard of soy on Watsy and didn't get it. Would you mind explaining what that means? It's the sort of quip style millennial vocal pattern that has become really popular in like writing and television that wants you to believe that characters are snappy and quick-witted. The reason it's soy is because people would be like, that's such like a soy boy thing to say. And then it just got shortened to soy. But I think what we're learning is that everyone has a little bit of soy sloshing around up in there. And some people are more open about it than others. Next up. So that's what Vance, that's what Elon are doing. What is Donald Trump doing? Tweeting this. He who saves his country does not violate any law. I hate to be like this. Also soy. Dude, I know what you're thinking. You're like, this is so scary. This is him like revealing that he is going to break the law. He's already breaking the law. It's him revealing that he's going to continue to break the law in order to turn this into a fascist dystopia. I mean, that's probably true. But you know what he's actually doing here? He's quoting Napoleon. He's literally just like, Napoleon said this epic thing. According to Sun Tzu's The Art of War, leading with Typhon will make your opponent believe you have no further plays. It is then that you can set 5. It's like, dude, come on. It's and I hate to be like this. You can see the stink lines on this post. This is not a Trump post. It just isn't. Look at this. He who will never violate any law. Let's check out his other posts. Billions of dollars of fraud. This is the first post he's had that's one sentence in years. I am hereby instructing Secretary Lee Zeldin to return the toilets. Likewise, to go back to the common sense standards on light bulbs terminated by Crooked Joe. Come on. Like, this is Trump. It's Elon posting from his account. It's gotta be. It's like totally not him. Ugh. No caps. Come on. I'm hoping against hope that there is going to be a schism between Trump and Elon. I think Trump is a little too worm-tongued out to really recognize it. But the funniest part of it this weekend was Elon held a presser in the Oval Office, which subtle, first of all, and he brought his little monkey with him, his Yakubian ape of a child that he trots out when he wants to use him as a human shield. And I love it. If you listen, you could hear him say something to Trump that's just so perfect.
To restore democracy.
He goes, "You're not the president. You need to go away." And he says it like that with all the spit in his mouth. I love it. He's a little baby. Of course he talks like that.
To restore
Joseph, why are you making fun of this kid?
Democracy.
I love making fun of children. They're so easy to make fun of, and they can't argue back. I would easily win a debate with 7 million of Elon's progeny. I love it. It's a real the Grand Vizier's parrot reveals the plot to assassinate the king moment. It's wonderful. I hope that it sinks in. Clearly, he's saying it at home. He's like, well, Trump isn't the real president. Actually, I'm the real president. The kid's like, I'm going to tell that to him to his face. Oh, man. It's great. It's wonderful. Oh, man. He apparently had another secret kid a few months ago. I don't have it pulled up, but yes, he IVF'd another baby with a 23-year-old right-wing influencer. It's awesome. It's Imagine if Farfa just posted next week. He was like, "Yup, I got mpreg with Elon's child." That's what it must be like being a right-wing influencer. And it's also fucked up because one, you shouldn't be giving reply guys any attention, and he's out here fathering their children. And second, it's fucked up because all these people are I fucking hate single moms. They're disgusting. They're dirty. And then they're like, but I will. The apex of that one was she posted something and he responded with crying laughing emoji, and she was like, "Elon, we've been trying to get in contact with you for 3 weeks. Please talk to your child." It's so good. Next up. Oh, come on, man. I didn't need to see this. Fuck. Is this your 9/11? This is 15 9. You know what, actually? This is 16 9/11s. Oh, man. Take that, Netanyahu. The worst tragedy in the history of time. They really turned it on for the last 3 minutes, though. If only that could have been the entire game. Go Birds. You people disgust me. Next up. Dog, this one rocks. "Hey, Patrick, what am I now?" Stupid? No, I'm feminism. What's the difference? Triggered. All week, people were making fun of this guy. I hate to be like this. This is clearly bait, guys. Come on, how are you falling for this? They're just 2015 posting. It's clearly bait. They're just 2015 posting. The long 2016 never ended. Next up. This comes from Foxy, friend of the show, Foxy. Gray verified Adolf Hitler account doing a crypto pump and dump. This was an ad this weekend. I was served this as an advertisement. "I have returned to make Germany great again using MGGA. Thank you at Adolf Gov. Gray check ass poster." Oh, man. This is so free money. I should have done this. I guess, man. Oh. I gotta say, if you got rugged by Hitler, that's rough. Oh, man. I'm trying to imagine someone who's I can't stand what Hitler did. And everyone's like, the Holocaust, right? And they're like, no. All my apes. Oh, man. All right, next up. Okay, we got to talk about this one. So, obviously, like this past week, mostly people were just upset about the government, the fact that it is completely hollowed out, it's just doing evil every day. But it was nice that there was one mini drama that was more classic Twitter. One of those things, you know what it reminds me of more than anything else is the giving the neighbor the chili. Let's talk about this cake. Cinnamon sugar cake, brown sugar cake soak. So I had to read what this was. It's where you use like a sugary syrup and brush it on the cake so it gets into the sponge of it. Rosemary vanilla bean mousse, fig Swiss meringue buttercream. I'm going to be honest with you. We will be in attendance. I think I could eat maybe like 1/1000th of this cake before I collapsed into a coma. This looks so fucking good. Though you wouldn't know so if you were on twitter.com. Largely the reaction to this cake was, ew, why are there all those flavors? I know what you're thinking. What? But we had this fun subtweet. I don't understand this trend of making cakes that are like 50 different weird flavors that don't make sense together, and it's topped with like foraged leaves from the Bushwick sidewalks. Oh, it's actually a mascarpone throttled sponge cake with basil lingonberry maceration. I'm sorry, that sounds great, right? It's supposed to be wet. It's a wet cake. I don't know. I hate to be like this. Do I have any Latinx followers who know the truth of this world is that the greatest cake in the world is wet? I just don't get it. It's crazy. And also, like, leaves foraged from Bushwick. Are they referring to the rosemary? Like, what are they even talking about here? But dozens of these like posts that largely focused on the cake's flavors are just too all over the place. There's too much going on. This one was my favorite. What flavor is it? And there's some people who were like, yeah, just hand me a chocolate one, thanks. This just tastes like everything. I'm sorry. This cake looks delectable. What's your fucking problem? What's going on here? Oh, man. There was one that the one quote tweet I saw where they were like, oh, whatever, give me a boxed Sara Lee cake any day. And I had to just be like, I'm sorry. Come on. Anyway, I would fuck this cake up. Oh, thanks, Grok. That's what I wanted, was to see Grok. Next up. After I tried to kill myself, I got really annoyed at people walking on eggshells around me. So to prank my family and friends, I bought fake bangs, put them on stupid, FaceTime people and told them I cut them myself, and then watched everyone scramble to tell me how great they looked. This is so fucking funny. What an unbelievable bit. Holy shit. Legitimately, never kill yourself. You don't want to miss out on a bit this good. Holy shit. Wow. Stealing this. CJ, if your body can not shut down after you eat and drink the things you do, I think it is probably impossible to kill you. Next up. I'm doing this, okay? It's cookies with this bitch. What does that mean? It's cookies means shit is done. It's grits means shit is destroyed. That's my new lingo. What do we think, chat? It's fucking cookies. I'm telling you, it's fucking cookies with this bitch. I'm going to start saying it right now. Welcome back, Moldy and Spores. It's a little moldy and spores, but I think it has wider applications. All right, next up. This sign's great. Let's read this sign together that they get to see because of the traffic jam. This traffic delay is brought to you by rookie-ass drivers who decided that the road is a good place to start jerking off and masturbating, even while having hairy, musty, sweaty-ass dick and balls, and dirty, yeast-infected, funky-ass pussies. What? It's so good. Oh my God. Stealing this. Do you think they said it that way, or do you think it came that way? I like to think it came that way. Oh man. It's cookies in this bitch. It's cookies on that fucking highway, I will tell you. We should be getting a new cards PogChamp. Maybe Rebecca forgot it. That's the default, yeah. Next up. How can I stop my friend sending me this? Maybe we should talk about this one on Will. It's from r/Orthodox Christianity. This is not satirical. I have a Russian Orthodox friend, and he keeps sending me videos which at first seem innocent, and then suddenly change to a montage of black gay men having intercourse. Is there anything in the Bible that states you cannot do this? Not super familiar with Russian Orthodox Christianity, so I guess I couldn't answer. But off the top of my head, no. Anyway, this is a friend of mine. I told him I was Orthodox, and he believed it. This is Danny. Existing Pain 213. That's Danny for sure. It's fucking cookies for you, baby. Oh, jeez. All right, next up. This one is so good. Average communist fan. Communist is better. Average capitalist fan. No. This one is so true. It's so true. Trip. I don't know why we're getting these like 2011 ass memes today. This would have done crazy in like a PewDiePie meme review for sure. This was made by an r/Masterduel poster. Let's see if we can find an MDM that beats it right now. Well, now I'm just sad. You got a good one for me? For sure, dog. For sure. I mean, are they wrong? Are they incorrect? I think they might be right. Yeah. Next up. Police are baffled by the appearance of a loose seal in downtown New Haven Sunday afternoon. Why? Seems pretty self-explanatory to me. He's cute. What the hell is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? He's looking for the seal. Oh, man. All right, next up. Dog, this got served to me as an ad. It's so good. Okay, so this is in 2025, the Deplorables burst onto the scene with their smash hit FAFO. That stands for fucking ass and fingering ostriches. I don't know. Fucking ass and farting out cum. Orifices. Fuck, that's it. That's definitely it. All right, let's just get to a part where we have AI Elon Musk singing. Oh, that's great. It's good. It's wonderful. It's really good. It's all AI.
All your control. Built your
Yeah.
throne on a house of gold.
Is George Soros coming in this?
Now you panic, now you cry. Tears don't.
Wait, who's on guitar? That's Vance? That is not Vance. I'm sorry. This is like Vance if you put him in the Ozempic machine. That's Oh, I do like Uncle Sam on bass here, on 6-string bass.
The games are done. The mask fell off.
I knew it. Biden was Obama the entire time. I've actually been saying this. Okay, next up. J.K. Rowling in the news again for another banger-ass, baller-ass post. J.K. Rowling says David Tennant is part of gender Taliban after trans rights support. Okay. I know they can't be normal about it, but it's so funny to be like, yeah, the pro-trans people are like Al-Qaeda. They're like gender ISIS. Gender Taliban. Oh, man. It honestly makes him sound way cooler than he is. Gender Hamas. Next up. All right, I guess we have to talk about this. So, to all my Argentinian friends, I'm sorry, man. I'm fuck. So at present, things aren't going great in that nation. Things aren't going great already, you know. They're broke as hell. I think I saw like 50% unemployment rate. Rough stuff. And to make it worse, they have like a Redditor or anarcho-capitalist president at present. And he decided to raise some money. And the way he was going to do it is to rug his own crypto. I love that everyone, like, including fucking heads of state, can just rug people on crypto now. I don't think he's going to fix the economy. I don't know. Just made $286 million. That's something. Oh, man. It's so good. I genuinely don't understand how people keep falling for this. It's a good question. Next up. Okay, this one comes from Blue Sky. We have a Blue Sky Freax. Okay, so we came down hard on the annoying ass rightoids today. Let's come down a little hard on the Dems. All right, so the 50th anniversary of SNL was this Saturday, and they had an episode with a bunch of their most famous people in it. Steve Cohen, who is like almost uniquely responsible for leading like a lot of the opposition party, the Democrats here, spent all night live tweeting it. And so someone replies to a post, it was like, our Congress people like Rep. Cohen are too busy live posting about the SNL 50 to give a crap about what's happening in America. The response, oh, I'm sorry. I took a few hours off to watch a show that commemorates 50 years of the best show on television. Okay, first up, it's like maybe 15 years of the best show on television. Come on. That was a part of my growing up and is a phenomenal show. May I please have your forgiveness? When it's over and before I go to bed, I will think of 3 more ways to work against 47. So a lot going on here. Firstly, I want to watch a show that commemorates 50 years of the show. That is a phenomenal show. Come on, you got to have a copy editor on staff. Before I go to bed, I'll think of 3 more ways. This is just like before the day is over, I need 3 brainstorming ideas on how to stop the fascist takeover, and we'll circle back to these next week. It's great, but also I love pointing out here the show. He's like 90. The show started airing when he was 30. This show meant a lot to me when I was a 30-year-old boy. Libbers, man, it's so good. Blue Sky is largely like the Epic Liberal app, which is annoying, but it also is the best place to farm the fucking Dems. It's just free money. Let me see if I can. Let me go to my Blue Sky. I had one the other day. Hakeem Jeffries with. The sign says it all. Republicans are standing up for Democrats are standing up for the middle class by fighting the Trump administration's disastrous policies. You just got a sign that says Republicans betray the middle class. Thank God, I was afraid Republicans were going to get everything they wanted, but now that you made a sign, I'm better. Are y'all doing anything? In the face of an existential crisis, let's appeal strictly to the middle class. What the fuck are you going to do about it? What are you doing for it? They made a sign. Stop being so mean. They made a sign. They've earned a little television. You suck at this. Your fast track is cabinet nominees. If this is what says it all, then we're without a party that supports the people. You operate a retirement home for rich quislings. It's too easy, man. It's too easy. Libbers. Well. We end kind of the same place we began, with an impending sense of dread, but an understanding that cosmically there is something comedic about it all, that the world is being hollowed out by the biggest bunch of rubes and morons in the history of time. Oh, man. Oh, you got one more for me? Oh, wait. Jeffries, who likes baseball as much as he likes historical statistics, sees an example of Yankees slugger Aaron Judge, who has one of the highest whiff rates in baseball, but also led the league in walks and home runs. This is a lesson in not swinging at everything. And then what happened when there were stakes? No! Oh, no, dude. He just walked into it. This reply. I, the leader of the political party charged with opposing a fascist coup, believe the best analogy for my role is a man who led an incredibly unpopular sports team to blow their shot at winning the championship tournament. Please donate to help me stay reelected. Well, I mean, that's pretty close. That's, if nothing else, it's pretty honest. All right, that's enough, freaks. Let's do prog.